Hello everyone. This is lesson 2 of the series Trade Unionism and Trade Unionists. And in this lesson, we shall look at the Guyana Trade Union Congress. Okay? The formation of the Guyana Trade Union Congress. When was it established? On February 11, 1940. The British Guiana Labour Union celebrated its 21st anniversary at the Town Hall in Georgetown. On the following day, the British Guiana Trade Union Congress was formed at the same venue. The objective of this organization was to keep in contact with the trade unions in London and the Trade Union Congress in London, and to unite the registered trade unions. This appeal for unity was repeated at the Mayday Parade held on the parade ground, Middle Street, Georgetown. On April 8, 1941, the British Guiana Trade Union Congress was registered. Only 3 of the 18 registered unions became affiliated to the organization. The point I'm making in this presentation is that Hubert Nathaniel Critchlow was responsible for the formation of the Trade Union Congress. The General Secretary of the British Guiana Trade Union Congress was Hubert Nathaniel Critchlow, and the first president of the newly formed TUC was Mr. Alfred Athiel Thorne. Now, the organization failed initially and it was reconstituted by 1948. I must mention that Alfred Athiel Thorne was a Barbadian scholar and he had established his own school in Guyana. He was also a very brilliant legislator as well as a headmaster. After the school began to flounder, he had turned to Queen's College where he taught. He had also established his own trade union, and the vice president of his trade union was John Bahadur Singh. However, this trade union, here is a picture of John Bahadur Singh. Okay, John Bahadur Singh. Now, this trade union did not ever, was a very small trade union, never really had a large following, about 1,000 persons, and most of its members were the hospital staff, the Georgetown hospital staff. Back to our discussion on the Guyana Trade Union Congress. One of the things that the Guyana Trade Union Congress did was that it observed the Labor Day in Guyana, and under the leadership of the British Guiana Labour Union. In 1940, the junior vice president of the Labour Union, led the first labor demonstration in New Amsterdam. In 1951, the British Guiana Trade Union Congress resolved that May 1st should be declared a statutory holiday. And when you look at the Google slides, you will see that in 2019, the centenary of the establishment of the British Guiana Labour Union, that the parade the centenary of the British Guiana Labour Union, the leaders came together, and I'm quoting here GIHR News. A total of 17 workers' union bands marched from parade ground and through the streets of Georgetown to the Park. where they rally to celebrate May Day, also known as Labor Day. This year, the annual Mayday Rally is being celebrated on the theme, A Long Journey for Social Justice, Together We Can Achieve. Hundreds of workers were dressed in red, each with their banners, and some with hype music, marched down the streets in solidarity for workers' rights. This year also marked the 100th anniversary for the trade union movement in Guyana. It's interesting that at this rally, this special parade, one observed Carvel Duncan, who was president, or who is the president of the Federation of Independent Trade Unions of Guyana. He had joined, as well as Lincoln Lewis, General Secretary of the GTUC, with Miss Coretta MacDonald. She is the second female to head the Guyana Trade Union Congress. The first female president of the Guyana Trade Union Congress was Gillian Burton Passad. Today, Ms. MacDonald is a member of parliament, but it is important that we mention that in addition to her activities in the Trade Union Congress, she was also a part of the Caribbean Union of Teachers because she is a teacher, and she was also president of the Teachers Union at one point in her career as a trade unionist. What do we learn from the lesson today? That the Guyana Trade Union Congress has gone through several changes. The first president was Alfred Athiel Thorne, but through the years there were other presidents: David Passad, Richard Ishmael, Basil Blair, of course I mentioned Lincoln Lewis, Joseph Polydor, and so many others. The Trade Union Congress has always fought for better working and living conditions for its employees and members. But as the years proceeded and as government became more linked to the working class, the trade union has looked at other areas in which it can enhance the livelihood of all workers. Hence, one will find that in the trade union movement, more specifically the British Guiana Trade Union Congress, that they have been instrumental in the establishment of houses in the Guyana Industrial Trading Institute, which is on Wolford Avenue, and they have made it possible for members of the Trade Union Congress to be educated so that they will be effective leaders of the trade union movement. Today, this second lesson is about the Guyana Trade Union Congress, and if you would like to see the slides which go along with this presentation, just go to your page and you will find the Guyana Institute of Historical Research page or the Montrose Academy page, and there you will find the slides along with the graphics that go along with this lesson today. Once again, I thank you for being a part of this session on the trade unionism and trade unionists in Guyana, and the series will continue. The next presentation will be on Indian-led trade unions in Guyana. Thank you for being a part of the class today.